I don't do these unless it's you or Nico or Ledge. I might fuck with Ledge when I fuck with Ledge. Ledge my brother. I might fuck with Ledge when I fuck with Ledge.
Yo, what up, though? Ledge here. Shout out to my man Leak. K-Shine versus Shotty Horror. One of the better battles of the year right now. I mean, the only is to me, King and Danny Myers set the stage, set the standard. I was hard pressed to find another battle better than that, no bias and all that. But this up there. This is definitely up there. It could be, it's arguably better. It could be better to me, especially with the replay value that is provided already. Shotty Horror traveling from the UK, coming out here to go against Shine on his return. You got to give him credit for that. And they didn't disappoint, man. What I will say is, Shine, moving forward, if this is something you're going to really try to do as far as your league and pushing it forward, like, man, the marketing and the promo got to be much better than that. Because when people were giving updates, I did not know. I forgot that it was that weekend. I forgot it was the weekend that it was happening. It was like UFC was on, boxing was on, and I talk about that a lot, that like battle rap leagues gotta start reading the room, start checking dates for big sporting events so you won't collide with that, because battle rap is a very niche genre industry, and if there's a bigger sports event, we're going to watch that. I'm sorry, me included, everybody. Basketball events, playoffs, football, so y'all better start checking that. But anyway, the battle was like really a good back and forth. I think I finally feel comfortable enough to decide who I had winning. First round, I believe Shotty went first, and Shotty was dope, but he had to. It's one of those things where when you are on the road, you're going to have to win the crowd. Like, sometimes you can do it in an instant with one opening haymaker, or sometimes if you just keep saying nice lines after line, they can't deny you, and then they might not be with you in the first round, but they get with you in the second round. And I got these headphones on because I was just listening to it before I recorded, so I know y'all like, why you got your headphones on? I was just listening to them. It's a habit. I was just listening to it, so it's a habit. So they gonna stay on. I don't give a damn. But my point is, I felt like that's what he was working with throughout the first round, while saying dope stuff. It wasn't like he was saying BS. He was saying some dope stuff. He had like dragging his body through the street, like bloody body through the street. That's what I call a losing streak or something like that. Something crazy. You know how Shotty get into his like torture bag. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't seen Shotty Horror, think Hollow the Dawn, sort of like when Hollow used to be like, I'll carve your body up and do all. Remember Hollow used to rap like that? That's kind of Shotty's bag at some point. Shotty's versatile though. He's witty, very charismatic, funny, and can rap, can really rap. Good writer, good character breakdown guy as well. And he gave you all of that in this battle in the first round. He said, you battling from, you're struggling with ring rust. I'm trying to scratch off the cereal. He was saying crazy stuff. He wasn't getting the reaction that he was warranted, in my opinion. And I can tell in the first round, I think it affected his performance of the bars. Like when he had, what he say, something like selling glass. What he say? Said something about selling dope out the glass like a blood vial, something like that, something crazy. And then he followed up with a sundial flip. So he was like playing with Shine's name, of course, name flipping and stuff. And it was working to me. I thought it was a good round, but like I said, I think once he wasn't getting the reactions, you can kind of see it in his performance. He was kind of just going through the motions. He ended kind of awkwardly. I thought when he went to go get a sip of water, he was about to get back to rapping, and then Rex, who was the host for that, like just like, all right, give it up for Shotty, and then it was Shine's turn. So it was a little awkward ending, but a really good round. Really good round. Shine was like big stage Shine ready for this moment though. He was big stage Shine. This, if you remember, I don't know. I think the last time I seen K Shine was versus Real Sick when he 30 Real Sick. It was like he was. It's like he just. So put it like this: if you remember that battle, and man, let me tell you, that was one of them ones. He got Real Sick up out of there, and Real Sick is not easy to like really dominate like that. But he was in that mode. It was like he just battled Real Sick yesterday and was just right back in the ring because he didn't miss a beat. He had a nice free surf line, kind of like a surf, like you would think surf back. He had that line. What else he had? He had the accent joint, the Tubi commercial, Netflix, joint. Then when he got into the, nigga with a death wish, when he got into that bag and he started doing the classic Shine flow, transitions and, in and out of these different pockets and made the crowd repeat with him and stuff like that. It was just different. You know what I'm saying? And I think he won that round based off performance, dope bars, and being consistent from the beginning to the end. There was no let up in that round at all. Like when I say there was no, like none. And Shotty too, what Shotty was doing is really, I didn't expect that from such a vet, from such a legend, from such a established just legend in the culture for years. Like his defense was very bad. Like, he's shaking his head. You can hear him talking about, oh, it's gas. I hate, like, you signed a contract to battle somebody in an away game. It's going to be gas. You don't have to announce it. The true battle rap fan, Shotty, we can see through it. We know, yeah, they might cheer for this, but we might not necessarily think the bar is dope. There's a lot of lines in the first round. Not a lot. There's some lines in the first round that they went crazy for that I didn't take note of and was like, oh, that was fire. Like, y'all got to stop that, man. I was disappointed in Shotty just in that aspect. Shaking his head, flailing his arms, talking to the camera while Sean, like, that was bad. And that really made you, like, if there was like a difference in who won the first, you made it worse. Like, you made the case worse. You know what I'm saying? You made it look like you was losing without even rapping. So, but yeah, I gave that to Shine. Shine was just on fire in the first round. Then the second round was a very, very close round to me. This is the deciding factor in that round because Shotty kind of leveled all the way up. Yeah, we had like a solar power, golden shower. They missed you, I won't. He had all type of stuff. The Spotify playlist, if y'all go back and listen to what he did with that, now Shotty, that's one where I'm like, I would have been upset that they didn't react to that. That was a dope little, like he did like a metal K-pop, like he did all of these different genres, and then he puts, tied it in a bow and put Spotify playlist at the end. Dope writing and material. They didn't give him anything for that. I thought that they didn't give him anything for that, bro. I was a little shocked by that, but I thought that was dope. And the Seam Soul joint, like all of that, he had a lot of different stuff. So I think he was really, really good in that second round. Shine was good in that round too. What you say, dropping without a word. Like, we know him for dropping shit without a word. Andre 3000. All of that stuff he had. The best bar of that round to me, and I want to say from either one, it was a Laura London bar. But he started off with Nunu from ATL. And then he said, and you might call this a reach, but to me it's not. He said Laura London nigga. Like, it's easy to lure them in, like to bring them in, like lure them in. But Laura a London nigga. That I know that shit sound like it's kind of reachy, but if you hear the way he If you hear the way he broke it down, bro, you hear the way he delivered it, it's dope to me, dog. It's like, that's my favorite line of that second round. Like, it's the way he got into it. Between that and the Coming to America bar he had, that was dope too. Yeah, so I think that was a close round, but I think I edged that one to Shine too, just off of, you know, they both were about even as far as bars that I counted that I like. It was just about which ones were a little heavier to me, and I felt like Shine had a bit of an edge there. And then the third round was, to me, was Shotty's best round that I gave to him. Kind of easy. I ain't gonna lie. Like, Shine third was dope. It was a slow build. You know, he was doing that stop and start punch like kind of style that he does, and it was more of like a message behind it a little bit, you know. And I don't know if he purposely did that. Like, I don't know what he was expecting, but Shotty's third, the Shining horror movie joint, but Shining, like the Shining movie. Just a lot of the Shine flips was working, man. Shine under the chin, like I'm telling ghost stories. I feel like somebody might have said that, but I'm not sure. Feel like it, but I don't know. But it sounded dope when Shotty said it. He said the magnifying glass bar. This is what I'm saying. This is why I don't like be counting the bars, man. I'm just giving y'all a summary, man. He was in his bag. He wasn't really doing heavy personals. He mentioned something about him being in Shine's in Rex's shadow, right? He mentioned that he started off sounded like Reed Dollaz, and then when Twerk came, he kind of started mimicking him and things like that. So he but I like that Shotty got in and out of angles like that. Like, he didn't drag a topic for too long, and it kind of made it refreshing, and it just showcased like his level of writing and his ability to punch and have jokes and all of this other stuff. So yeah, I thought he won the third. I thought he was just all around better in that. He had a Let It Shine bar. He had like a Kevin McAllister bar about zip line. Like, I don't know. He was just everywhere with it. Like, Shotty really wanted him. And now, like I said before, I want to see Shotty on Summer Madness in London. If he not on there, it's a crime. It's like, you know what I'm saying? UK, like, people should petition for that in the UK. London Gin, I don't know where you at. London Gin, wherever you at, London Gin, you need to work some magic and make this happen. Like, you the main figure over there as far as battle rap media is concerned. Y'all gotta figure that out. Y'all gotta push for that. Shotty on Summer Madness in London is only right. That boy was wilding, but Shine was wilding too. I gave Shine the victory 2-1. I gave Shine the first 2 rounds, and I gave Shotty the third. Love that battle. Like I said, it really ain't been that many dope battles with high replay value. This is one of the few. It's already August, so I'm pretty comfortable saying it's probably going to end up being the top 5 battle of the year. I know there's more events to go, but as it stands right now, it's one of them ones. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It's good to have Shine back, man. He's one of those guys, and there's no offense to the other people that have fake retired, but he's one of the ones that he was gone months, and we was already like, damn, man, we need a Shine battle. I ain't felt like that about the rest of y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna sit up here and cap with y'all. The rest of y'all that's kind of like gone, y'all know who y'all are. That ain't battled in over a year. Like, I don't think we care that. Shine was probably the only one. Shine was the only one. I mean, would I like to see B-Dot back? Yeah, maybe. But I'm talking about Shine. We wanted him back battling for a while now. So it's good to see him back. The rest of y'all can stay gone. And that's it, man. Listen, I'm gonna try to give y'all some more content when I feel like is definitely worthy of being addressed. I felt like this battle was too good not to talk about and recap. Y'all let me know who y'all thought won and all that good stuff. That's it, man. Have a good one. I'm out. Peace and love.